Hi friends, today I will be discussing about few basic functions and the most important functions of Python. So when I say basic functions, which means I think that to become a data scientist, you do not need to be an expert in Python, but yes, if you wish to be a Python developer, then you must know Python well. But yes, to become a data scientist, I would say to begin with, the most important things are how to import the data into Python, how to look at the basic statistics of Python. Maybe the you have the data, the mean of the various columns, the count, the minimum value, the maximum value, the quartile, all these things. So once you import the data, definitely you should know that how many columns you have, how many rows you have, how to insert a column, how to delete a column. These are the very basic functions which you must know. And once you know all this, then definitely in upcoming videos we can also learn that how to build various algorithm like regression algorithm, or maybe clustering algorithm, that maybe we can discuss in upcoming videos. But for now I will simply take you through with the basics. So let's say to import the I would say data in Python, so first of all I have to import a module called pandas. It is actually a widely used module in Python. So how to import it? The command is very simple. You simply write import pandas as pd. So pd is a variable. It is pd which I have chosen. You can choose anything, a b c d x y z, but yes, I have used pd. So if I'll press this run button, it must work. If it doesn't give me any error, which means it worked well, and yes, it worked well, then I would say once the pandas module is imported, then I have to import the data now. How to import the data? It's very simple. Let me insert a row and explain it to you. So you have to write a simple command called pd dot read underscore csv. So let's say if your file is csv, you will write pd dot read underscore csv. If it is excel, just write excel. Yes. Okay. And let's say if it is, so basically it should be an xlsx file, then only this will work. And if it is text, then maybe you can write txt. Yes, so for now I am working with the extension called CSV. So once you write the CSV command, then just simply write R and then these two inverted commas. In between you give the path of the file and also the name of the file. Yes, so here my path is this and the name is 100 records.csv. So I will simply copy this path and I'll give it here. Okay, and then I'll press enter. All at the same time, if I wish to play around with the data, the better approach is to save this entire data in some variable. So here I am using a variable called df, my data frame, my data. Okay, and then if I'll press enter, let's say yes, it worked fine. So now I have to see that whether the data is imported in the Python or not. So I'll just write df and press this run button, and if I see yes, the data is very well imported. It is inside the Python. So we have 100 rows, 38 columns. Okay, so yes, this is how we can import the data. So now let's say if I want to see that the total number of columns and the rows, okay, the dimensions of the data, so I will write df.shape. Yes, this is the first function that we'll talk about after importing the CSV. I'll write df.shape and I'll press enter. It will give me 100 rows and 38 variables, right? So let's say if I wish to see the name of the columns only, I will simply write df.columns and it will give me all the name of the variables. So I would suggest you to practice it once. Definitely it will help you to perform these commands. It's very easy. It's very easy. So let's say if I wish to see the top 5 rows, okay, so I'll write df.head and then these brackets and then I'll write 5 and I'll press enter. It gives me top 5. If I want to see top 4, I will write 4. Okay, same way. And if I want to see the bottom 4 or bottom 5, I can write instead of head tail. Yes, so it is giving me the bottom four rows. Same way, I'll move further. If I want to understand the basic, statistics around it. So what I need to do is I simply need to, write df.describe like this. So if you see, it is giving me the basic statistics of all the continuous variable. Okay. So for continuous variable, you see the, let's say age variable is continuous. So the count is 100 people are there. The mean is, average age is 39.23, standard deviation is 12.06, minimum value is 21, maximum value is 60, first percentile, second percentile, and third percentile. So it gives you the basic statistics of all the numerical columns. So this is how we use df.describe function. So let's say we write, if you wish to see that do we have any null value in the data set, you simply write df dot is null and then bracket. So it will tell you, all values, whether it there is a null value or not, but it's difficult to read it, so better write df dot is null dot okay any. If there is any, it will tell you null value column wise, whichever variable has null value it will show you. And if you want to see that overall how many null values you have, you simply write sum. So basically in my data I don't have any null value, so that's why it is giving me 0. Okay, so now I will move further. If you wish to sort the data, okay, how can you do it? It's simple. You simply write df dot sort values, and then by statement is equal to the name of the variable. Okay, so let's say here I am giving first name. I want to sort my data by first name, but first I should see my df column. So if you see that first name is like, you know this like this, it's not sorted alphabetically, right? If you can see that. So after running this command, if I press it, df.sort values by name, now if you see this name variable is sorted. It's Aaron, Alan, Amanda, right? So it works pretty fine. So now I'll move further. I'll see that data is sorted. If I want to select some of the columns, okay, or maybe one column, let's say for that matter, how will I do it? If you wish to see only one column, let's say name, first name, first name. See, it is showing me only one name, all the names here. But if I wish to see more than one variables only in the data set, I can simply write those names, let's say, and store it in the list the way I have done it. This is a variable called column list, call list. Here these 3 or 4 names are there, right? So if I'll press this, so now, and if I press this, enter, if you see in this variable those 4 names are appearing. Now if I wish to select only these 4 variables and I want to see the data only of for these variable, so I'll simply write, let me insert a row, df and in square bracket call list, press enter. If you see the all the values of these 4 columns, okay, yes, all the values. And if I want to see, and I can perform various other functions, like if I want to see the shape of it, it is working. If I want to see the basic statistics, it's again working. See, only the cell out of these 4 variables, only the salary is the numeric variable, right? If I want to see the head, sorry, which means top 5 rows, okay. If I want to see the tail, it's pretty simple, right? Yes, around these 4 columns. And if I want to see the overall data, again df and then in square bracket these the name of the columns. Let's move further. Yes, if I, let's say, want to play some operations, if I want to divide the entire salary, okay, by 2, so what I can do, I can simply write df and the name of the column. Now if you see, it is giving me only the salary column, right? And I can simply divide by 2. It will divide the salary by 2, and that salary which is divided will appear in the screen, but it will not, I would say, maybe I want to save it into a new variable altogether, which means half salary or new salary. So what I can do, I can write new salary is equals to, and if I see in this new variable, my new salary is there. So my old salary, let me show you that also. Okay, so df square brackets, it's around 1,68,000 was my old salary, and my new salary is 84,125. Yes, it works pretty fine. And let's say if I want to insert this column into my data frame, the new salary, all what I can do is I will simply write df, okay, square bracket, I will write, the name of the variable which I want new salary, the variable should have this header is equal to this variable name. Simple. If I'll press that, now if I see df dot columns, if you see, it is the new salary variable is there, right? So yes, it is there. Now if I wish to, let's say, drop any of the variable, I can simply write df is equal to df dot drop, and then in square bracket I can write the name, maybe this new salary column I want to drop it, and then after square bracket axis is equals to 1. So once I do it, if I see, and I'm saving the entire new dataset in df column once again, and if I see df dot columns, in the end the new salary variable is no more there, right? So it also worked fine for me. So now what I can do, I can, let's say if I wish to export this data, okay, so yes, I can do it. What I can do is I have to use again one more function called df dot to then slash csv. If it is a csv file, if you want to export it in the form of a csv file, you write csv file, let's say. But if you want to export it in the form of excel, and then here I will use this copy, and then I'll give this path, I'll write, r, and then in the square bracket I'll give the entire path, then comma, index is equals to false. Yes, by only writing this, if I'll press this button, and let's say if I have given this command excel here, the file name should be record, you know underscore export, and then extension should be excel only, xlsx. Okay, it cannot be csv, otherwise it will give you an error. And if I'll press run button, and if I'll write in this, let's say a path, if I'll go to this path of my system, then it should be there. Let's say it should be, if you see, yeah, here that path is. So now here with that 100 records dot export dot xls, it was saved. Okay, so let's say I am deleting it again and running this command once again. Okay, just to show you, is it appearing, that file is appearing with this name. Within fraction of seconds you see that yes, this file is appeared in the excel form. So I imported it in python, in when it was in a csv extension, but now I exported it in xls form, right? So yeah, these are the basic operations that you can perform, you can practice. Once you understand these basics, then definitely we can do many more things in our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching this. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you.